Good morning. We are looking at Psalm 15 and taking inventory so that as people who can come blamelessly before the Lord as worshipers because of the laurels of Jesus. We also, though, want to have our ethical lives match that confession. So we want to, in the words of the verse, he who walks blamelessly, verse 2 of Psalm 15, and does what is right. We want to do what's right. The first area that I think we need to take inventory of that's highlighted in this verse comes in the next two phrases, next two clauses. Verse 2, he who walks blamelessly and does what is right and speaks truth in his heart. Beginning of verse 3, who does not slander with his tongue. Now verse 3 begins a series of perfect tenses which show habitual action. You're habitually not slandering with your tongue. Truth from the heart, from the nephesh, from the soul, from the life, from the inner life, from the essence of who you are, that you speak truthfully. So you're to speak truth, and you're not to use your tongue negatively. So interestingly, it reminds me of James 3, where we're told that the tongue boasts great things, which means it boasts great things for the positive. You can encourage people, strengthen them. You can express devotion and acceptance and love and kindness to people. Or you can tear people down. James highlights that blessings and cursings both tend to come from this thing called our mouths. That's why he says the tongue is a fire. It's a world of iniquity. It boasts great things. So in it's Proverbs 10, 20, 25, 11, you see verses like, that a word aptly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. Proverbs 25. Yet you also can see in Proverbs negative things. You can see it in lists of abominations, things that our tongue does. So I want to remind you today to recognize that when you come as a worshiper, you bring your tongue. You proclaim the goodness of the Lord, but you could be cursing your neighbor. You could be angry at your parents. You could be angry at your spouse. You could be angry at your children. You could be speaking ill of your employer or your employee. So I want to encourage you, let your tongue be reflective of the kind of person who has been ransomed from the grave and is a true worshiper. May the Lord bless you with that thought today.